weird, man. I can't. I watch people like you guys, and I'm like, Jesus, how do they fucking
like what?
What you just have like so much energy, like the way you perform. I'm like, Jesus, like it seems like you're fucking amped up.
It took me a year. I got to be honest with you. I remember you telling me when you're like, when you go to theaters, it's a different act. I remember you telling me that, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That first, I would say the first 10 times I did theaters, I was standing in the center.
Yeah.
And then I got to a comedy club, and I realized, oh, I don't have any room to move around.
Yeah.
Like I got to really comfortable with the theater stage of moving and using the stage. I really love doing theaters now.
Theaters are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
This is where the podcast, everyone's like, go back to the time Tom had sex. Tell us about the tall Asian.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, then the shortest were two that were 4'11".
Like the bagel guy?
Like bagel guy, yeah.
He is. In the video, you couldn't see how short he was until he started doing press, and he went into Jim and Sam, and he is like, Jim Norton towers over him, and you're like, oh, you are.
Yeah.
But did you see, I watched all his, like, he has a YouTube
He did a lot of press.
He did a lot of press.
Jesus.
He did a lot of press. And I mean, I don't think, what's interesting is he's so.
You think you could fuck him up?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty certain. I mean, I think once I got past the dog bark he has, because he talks very confident.
Yeah.
But then once that other guy, who didn't seem like he was trained in fighting at all, was like, you're done talking to people like that, and held him on the ground.
Oh, my God. I wonder if you'd be any different if you were like 4'11". I feel like you'd have the same personality.
Oh,
You'd be killing it as a 4'11" guy.
do you ever think about, I've thought about that so often, who you would be in different sizes with, like, would I be who I am if I had a full head of hair and I was skinny? Like, if I was gorgeous, would I still have my personality?
No. And
not at all.
Would you
not
do
at all.
comedy? No.
No.
You'd be selling like roofing
I'd be living
shit.
on a sailboat.
Yeah.
Fucking banging tens, dipping my finger in pussy every night. Fucking drinking cold beers and smoking cigarettes and just
Yeah. What if you were like 6'6", you know?
Oh, with that big fucking knee dick.
Yeah.
All the way to,
No comedy.
No, I wouldn't do comedy at all. I'd probably,
But if you were fucking 4'11", you'd do comedy.
if I was 4'11", I'd be much funnier than I am now.
Yeah.
I think I'd be fucking hilarious. Have a big belly.
Yeah, big like pregnant
round
belly. Yeah. And everybody like, and you own being the little fella. The problem is that guy just got to own being the little guy.
Well, you know, I watched one of his videos of him walking into a 7-Eleven. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I saw part
And
of
the
it.
guy, and apparently this Middle Eastern guy just goes, "How tall are you?"
Yeah, and he fucking.
First words he says.
Yeah, he's like, you know how fucking disrespectful that shit is. I came here to buy coffee.
And the first thing you say is, "How tall are you?" What if I said, "What country you're from?" The guy's like, "Look, man, I don't want to be doing this." Sorry, I thought you walked in a spectacle. I saw fucking.
Yeah.
I didn't never see someone that big.
Dude, he's Is this him here?
I love that he gave a shout out to Rogan.
Here, put your headphones on. Oh, we gotta plug it in.
He gave a shout out to Rogan to do Rogan's podcast.
He did?
Oh yeah, he's like, Joe Rogan, let's do this.
And I'm guessing Joe didn't respond.
Poor guy had to jump up to tap that into the keyboard. It was a 15. Hey, Joe.
Here, is this the 7-Eleven one? It is, right? Yeah. Okay.
I come in here to get a coffee and to get a donut. It's May 5th, 2019.
Oh, he put the donut on the
at,
counter.
Like fucking 5:30 in the
On a
morning.
7-Eleven counter? That's fucking That's the most alarming part of this video. It's just sitting there on the counter?
Yeah.
Jackass right here asking me what is my height. Now, what do you got to say about that?
Look at this guy. He's like, by the way, everyone, when he does a selfie video, everyone gets a hero shot.
Yeah.
I come in here to give you guys a lot of business, right? A lot of business. I just whoa, hold on a minute. I just bring this to the counter, right? To pay for my shit. You don't say hi, how you doing? The first thing out of your mouth is what's my height? Where are you from? What country are you from?
Okay, boss.
What country are you from?
Okay, I am sorry.
I don't believe you, I don't believe you're motherfucking sorry.
You know what? All I could think the entire time was, what kind of fucking idiot working at 7-Eleven just doesn't wait until he exits the door and looks at the height thing on the side and go, it's 5 foot.
How do you like me asking you a question like that? You don't like it, do you?
This guy's loving it.
Answer
He's
the question.
loving it. It's great.
I'm
This
5
is, by the
feet
way, this is me and you. You're the guy with the mustache. I'm the guy with the 7-Eleven shirt on.
tall. 4'11". There you go. Now what? Now what do you get out of the answer? What are you trying to No, answer the question. What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to accomplish out of asking me a question like that? That pisses me off. What country are you from?
By the way, this is just scratched the surface of this conversation. This guy talks like he's got fucking 6'1" big dick energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He also, man, this guy is so emotionally destroyed, you know? Like, to be this angry, he's just fucking beat up, man.
You want me to go outside? I'll go outside.
No, I'm asking what's going on.
Oh, they didn't tell you what's going on? This is the second, look, I had a big account that I lost over bullshit. I have my own cleaning company. I'm really upset at that. Now I'm living in my car because I didn't get along with my landlord. She's treating me like shit.
I love that this guy overshares always. Always has like, you go, what's going on? And he goes, okay, first of all, I lost a big account. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. Somebody's setting you up. They're like, I'm going to justify the horrible shit I'm about to tell you. Okay?
It's like whenever your buddies got a venereal disease and that was any conversation, they'd horseshoe that in. You know, a lot of people have HPV, right? And you're like, huh? Wait, what? Where do you want to eat again?
She treated me like shit. Why am I here? So I'm getting to that.
My landlord treated me like shit. Now I'm living on my car. I lost a big account. I'm getting to that.
Anyways, this fuck behind the counter. Yeah.
When I worked a big account in Farmingdale about 2 weeks ago at 2 in the morning, I went to get a coffee. This guy goes, how tall are you? Now I come in here and this guy asks me, what is your height? This guy. I can't even come in here and get a fucking coffee without being harassed. Okay? I'm depressed enough as it is. I told you how tall I am, right? Now, what are you gaining out of that?
I am 30.
You did say that, but I don't believe it. 2 minutes later, you're popping.
No, I'm not really sorry.
I want to file harassment charges.
There's no such thing.
That's bullshit.
Okay, well then.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If I ask the girl how big her tits are, is that harassment?
No.
What, you're kidding me.
Sexual harassment is much different.
All right, listen.
I love this Butch Bradley cop right here. No, dude, look, it's fucking 2 in the morning.
He actually said there's no such thing as harassment.
All right, listen.
I'm fucking fed up.
They said sorry. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't believe he's fucking sorry. I want to file some kind of a report or something. Anything.
So we can take
Anything.
A report. We can take a report.
I don't care. Anything. Anything.
Oh, this guy. I feel bad for him.
I know, me too. I'm saying, like, he's obviously been
It's got to suck.
I would say beat up, but he's all the way down there. But he's been talked down to.
I'll tell you what, I feel that bad for tall people too, because like we had this guy in our high school who was 6'7", and he just
couldn't dunk.
He couldn't dunk. He was shy, but everywhere he went, he was famous because people were like, "Whoa, how tall are you?"
Yeah, yeah.
And he had social anxiety,
of course,
and he ended up getting ulcers from it, from just being the way you are.
We had a kid in our school who was 6'7" on the basketball team, and the first time I saw him, I was like I was a freshman in high school. He was a senior, and of course, it's like there's that spectacle where you're like, you're fucking 6'7",
yeah,
and then you see him playing basketball, and he couldn't dunk, and we were like, you know, you're a piece of shit. You know,
God wasted all that height on you.
What the fuck, man? And he died. He did freshman year of college. He slipped on ice, hit his head, and died.
I saw a woman at the Stratosphere in Vegas when we were shooting Birth Conqueror. A woman, it started hailing out of nowhere. Like I think it was just the height, and it all of a sudden the temperatures changed. It's
Knocked
wet,
her out.
and she slipped on ice and cracked her head and was like, and popped back up. She worked there, popped back up and was like, and we're like, are you okay? I mean, you heard it. It was like dropping a bowling ball on cement. We're like, are you okay? And she goes, yeah, I'm fine. She had a ponytail. I think I hit her on my ponytail. Pulls her hand around and blood is just pouring all over her hand. And we're like, I literally just turned and walked away. I was like, I'm not the person in charge of this.
Do you remember I showed you the tree trimming accident?
Yes.
Did you see the aftermath?
No. I don't know if I want to see the aftermath.
It's,
by the way,
the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I just had to trim a tree days after that.
Okay. It's the worst. I don't know if you can show him.
Is the guy alive?
Huh? Oh, you didn't?
Okay, good. Save it for another day. Wait, is the guy alive?
Yes. You wouldn't want to be, though. I didn't know. I thought it's so bad. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah. If you do Reddit, oh man.
Man killed in tree trimming accident.
This is
By the way, I wish that had happened to my gardener the other day.
You wish he died?
Fucking, I'm so mad at this guy. You know that big bird of paradise we had in our backyard that kind of hid the alley and fucking cut the noise in half?
Yeah.
He cut it down. And so I spent all day yesterday fucking building a fence so that you couldn't literally walk in from the alley into our backyard.
Yeah, this
You're still thinking about this?
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
I don't female abortionist, go down. What's the abortion one? Female abortionist?
Huh?
Former abortionist and Redditor gives every arborist.
You really are dyslexic, huh? Dude, have some fucking fluffies.
Wait, hold on. What if you were a tree trimmer and you walked into the first day of the job and you're in an abortion clinic and you're like, I said arborist. Fuck, I'll kill him anyway.
Oh. All right, I'm going to try to pull this up for you.
Don't pull it up. There's no reason to see it. Let's end on a good note. What's a positive thing we were just talking about? Does someone remember anything positive? How do we want to see someone's face? You know what I was thinking a bit we could do? Because I was like, I bet a lot of people have been really hurt on those little scooters, those Lime scooters.
Yeah.
I was like, we should watch videos of people getting really, really hurt and just not stop laughing. Because I fucking hate those people. I hate those fucking Lime scooters.
Oh, have you done? Wait,
I've never ridden one. I never will ride one.
oh, wait.
I'm never letting my kids ride one.
I think I can get this for you now. I think I can pull it up. I think I found it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, you're not gonna like it. This is the only reason I want you to see it. Okay, here we go. It's so terrible. It's so terrible.
I've seen this. I've seen that.
I know.
I've seen the video.
Just hold on.
Wait. Oh, I've seen the video. Oh, fuck, Tom! Tom!
I know, but I hated that I had that in my head, and I don't want to see it again. I can't see it anymore.
That's something I have to live with now.
I know. But it's been in my head, and I can't stop.
They can just pull that back over and sew it, right? Like a baseball.
Dude, I was like, it's in my nightmares now.
Ooh.
He's 54.
Oh.
It's a good run.
Yeah. You were just going back to trim the tree. Like
Yeah.
you weren't in war or anything. You just
No.
like, I'm gonna trim the tree real quick. I remember hearing a story about a guy who's tried cutting his nails on a glass table and fell through the glass table and it cut his femur artery.
I think it's femoral artery, right?
Yeah, femoral.
Okay, femoral. Okay.
Femoral. And he almost bled to death and he was naked and he was like, I was just cutting my toenails. I was just cutting my toenails.
I could see you doing that.
100%. Dude, I think of things like that where I go, yesterday I had to put up that fence and I had to stand on a dead, now cut out bird of paradise, and inside that bird of paradise are black widow spiders. And so I had to cover myself totally so I didn't get bit by black widow spiders. And then I thought, I bet I'm focusing on black widow spiders. What will kill me is something I don't see coming.
Right.
And that is what keeps me up at night, is covering all your bases in death.
Yeah.
Like you go, I'm looking for sharks. What I'm not looking for is a riptide.
Do you know what I always have this like horrible, you know when you try to get a thought out of your head? I
can't do that.
I'm on what's it called? When you go skiing, the lift ride?
Yeah.
That like I'm with my kids and someone's falling off the lift ride. And I'm like trying to grab them and then I see them fall, so then I just jump and kill myself.
Oh, I've already thought about that. If something happened with the girls and we were in a car, I thought of this yesterday. If we were in a car accident and all the girls were in the car accident and I looked around and everyone's eyes were closed, I'd just be like, I'm out. I'm fucking out. Jesus Christ. This is why I drink, is because of these thoughts. I can't stop thoughts from going into my head, and I have a horrible fucking thought.
That is going to be the phone call I get about you, I feel like, though. They'll be like, Bert died. I'm like, what? Yeah, a mountain lion killed him. What? What was he doing? He was putting air in his tires. I'll be like, oh my God.
I just don't want to die. I don't want to die like I don't want death to be like that. Like, you ever cut your finger cutting like onions, and then as soon as you cut your finger bad, you go, oof, I want a time machine so I can go back 5 seconds and go, don't cut onions. Just fucking go to bed.
Yeah.
Don't, that's the fuck. I wonder how many people in this world could say, yeah, you know what? Don't go on that water slide. Don't, like, just little things where they go, I didn't know terror was right around the corner. Like, that my life would end for nothing. I was just going swimming in the ocean.
But
like,
the thing is, you can't do that, you know? No one can do that. No one can turn it back. No one can say, I wish I hadn't. You just did.
when I fell off that waterfall in...
with your back, right?
Dude, I mean, I thought that instant I landed, I thought I immediately was like, I broke my back. I broke my back.
Do you
My back
still
was broken.
blame Jews for that? Or is that like...
No. It's amazing. It's amazing. I wish I'm going to tell you something off air, but it's amazing. Oh. No, but I remember the second I landed, I just wish I could go back 5 seconds and go, don't let go of the rope, or don't fall, or don't reach for the GoPro. Like that, just an accident. Oh, I don't want to go out by, what would you rather do? Ready? Go out. You're going out at 55 years old. Do you want it to be an accident or something that you find out you got at 50 and you die at 55?
I don't know, man. Maybe the accident.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having an accident at 55.
I definitely don't want that shit to happen, though. I'm never even going to get near a tree.
Dude, that is so fucking common. It's you know what it is? It's you just don't see the little thing. The little thing, you just, like, you put the rope on top of it and then you cut under it and you don't think it through. You're like, huh? What? I told you by the time I almost shot my hand off.
No.
So Leanne, before I bought my guns, Leanne had a gun, and I was not cool with her having a gun. She had hollow points.
Wait,
in
do you have... Okay. Do you ever... Why does she have hollow points?
I think that's what you buy to kill people.
Do you worry at all? Or what was the process with the girls of like, hey, don't touch these? You guys have to like say that?
Yeah. Georgia was like, I'm so let down that you'd even buy a gun.
Oh, so she was like, okay.
She was like, Dad, what's going on in our country with firearms? And you go out during all of this and buy a gun? And I was like, yeah, why don't you go to your fucking room? So then, and then I was like, you can never touch my gun. And she goes, unless I have to, right? And I was like, what? No. She's like, what if like robbers have you and mom tied up? Don't you want me to sneak around, get your gun and kill them? And I'm like, no, fucking John Wick. I'm good. And she goes, well, okay, then I'm going to need to touch it a little bit right now. I was like, what? Yeah, I'm going to end it there because I might put this in my act. But, yeah, she was like, if I never touch your gun, if I never touch it, I'm going to probably come and touch it. But if you let me touch it and get it out of my system, then I won't need to touch it.
So you're like,
that actually makes total fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
I was like, here, pull the trigger. So, so Leanne, this is a perfect example of what we're talking about. So Leanne has like a little 45, like a Saturday Night Special 38, whatever.
Yeah.
The little pistol gun, you know, with the, like your Russian roulette gun.
Right.
So it's loaded.
It's a revolver.
It's a revolver.
Yeah.
Loaded with hollow points. And
Jesus.
I'm in my closet, before we redid the house. And I get the gun, and I had been in Omaha, and I had bought a lock for the gun. So I put the lock on the gun, right? So the lock basically goes on the trigger, so you can't pull the trigger. So I put it on, I lock it. I'm holding the gun like this, and I go, I wonder if I can actually pull the trigger. And so I go to pull the trigger, and I stop. I go, hold on 1 second. Let's think this through. And I realize the gun is pointing into my hand, and I have the lock in front of the trigger. I had put the lock on in front of the trigger. Had I pulled it, I would have shot my fucking hand off, and immediately I was going to pull the trigger, and I went, hold on, before I do that, I should probably think this through. I'm in a closet. Like,
So you didn't put the lock behind
I
the
put
trigger.
the lock in front of the trigger. I locked it in front of the trigger, and I had it pointed into my hand, and I went to pull the trigger to see if I could pull it, and I went, well, hold on, let's think this through. And I stopped, and then and by the way, I'm like, oh my God, it's in front. I would have just shot my fucking hand off. It's still pointing into my hand. I'm like, I fucking put the gun down. I sat on the bed, and I just started going, like, I almost shot. I'm not even like, I'm almost shot my fucking hand off, and I was like, okay, and then I went and bought 2 guns. It's a problem with me. I was like, oh, we need more of that.
What'd you get? What'd you end up getting?
I got a Glock and a Mossbergers, whatever. I don't know. I fucking broke it. It's a shotgun.
You broke it.
I didn't break it, but there's a bullet stuck in it, and I don't know how to get it out, and so I'm just like, I don't fucking put it in the garage. I put a bullet in it. I thought I got the one that goes like this, but I got the one that just goes, ugh. And so I put a bullet in it, and
a shell, right?
A shell, yeah. Shell. I put a shell in it, and then I don't know how to get it out.
Okay, maybe take it back to the gun store.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try
Let's go to the gun store
fix it
together.
on your own.
No, just take it out back at night, point it at the ground, boom.
Yeah.
Just walk inside. Did anyone hear that?